Welcome to The World According to on IMTS Plus. Today we'll meet Brian Such, who is the President and COO of Marubeni Citizen-Cincom, MCC. So Brian, let's get started by talking a little bit about your history and your journey to manufacturing. How did you get in the business?
It all starts in high school. So I'm from Buffalo, New York, and we had a BOCES program. Junior and senior year, half a year you would go to a vocational school. I signed up for mechanical technology. It was a great program. My brother had gone through the program, and my brother got a job in a local shop, and the shop brought in Citizen machine, and he became very good on the CNC machine. Citizen came in, saw his expertise, and hired him. I come through this program. They gave me a shot. I was 19 years old when I started. Basically, from the ground up, I was in service and applications. I took to it very well. In the beginning 90s, we brought in this new special machine called an E32, and it had 3 programming systems. I just started with a computer. I spent about a year in learning a product called Basic Language. I actually made a product that the MCC sells today. It's called WinCNC. Our sales is really support-oriented. We support the hell out of our customer and they buy machines. I grew to sales management, regional manager. We needed help nationally. I became national support manager. After that, I was support vice president. They didn't know what to do with me, I think. I became executive vice president. And I actually, for 38 years, had one boss, Mr. John Antoniani. And he asked me if I would take his role. And I did. So about 2 years ago, I became president and COO of Marubeni Citizen. I think we're very much a family-oriented group. If we look at the history way back when, we might have been 80 to 100 machines sold in the country was good and great. A couple years ago, we were at the 800 mark. So a lot of change, a lot of growth. Big portion of all of what we do is training and people knowing how to run the machines and how to train machines. My training was on the machine. So often I'm going to tell our people just a little bit of a hint and go do it. Your training is on the machine.
Can you talk a little bit about where Swiss was when you started?
The thought of the machine back then was Swiss is a black art. It's different, it's special. And it was. But I think for the most part, it's within people's mind to be afraid of it, and they could scare themselves right out of it. With some simple education, I would always say it's actually easier. We don't have roughs and finishes. A Swiss is one tool, one cut, and move forward.
Maybe talk just a little bit about the breadth of Marubeni Citizen-Cincom.
We had sold machines in the United States from the late 70s. So a joint effort company, Marubeni, Citizen, came together. In 1984, we formed MCC. Cincom is actually an acronym for our Swiss machine. Citizen, computer operated machinery. If we look a little bit at Citizen produces over 1 billion parts per year for watch manufacturing. Each watch has a spindle, and that's hollow, just like a spindle of a machine. So that's 3 parts per watch that are produced. Over many years, we decided to release these machines in different forms to manufacturing. They were the first to put NC on a CAM machine. After that, a full CNC.
What sort of evolution have you seen in Swiss-type machines for multitasking?
We do some pretty crazy automation projects now that we can run a part in a machine, introduce through automation a second part, weld the 2 together, and work that part, if it's whatever machining's needed, and get it back out. So as far as multitasking and what can we do, It's up to the imagination of the user.
Talk a little bit about lights out manufacturing.
Many of our customers want to do lights out manufacturing. Many of our customers do. The one part of automation that's key today is getting the parts out of the machine. But we've created specialized automation to catch these small parts, and then to be creative to catch them in a 100 batch and then a 1. So we can do SPC on these parts, and the parts are dropped in trays. We don't do this with robots outside of the machine. We do it with servo arms inside of the machine. So a unit that's made by us for us. The future is more automation on how to control these small parts, measurement, cleaning, right inside the work cell.
Now let's talk a little bit about your customers.
Almost every job we're given is somebody's problem. We wouldn't get it if it was easy. We're here to solve problems. We have a dental manufacturer in Chicago that had a small fitting. 21 live tools completed that part. So that's multitasking.
What do you see as some of the emerging markets that are trending up in the years to come?
If you look at any design of any product anywhere, it's getting smaller and it's getting more function with little mechanical things. All makes Swiss machining grow. Telecommunications is still big. Military is still big with electronics. We still do lots of hydraulics, but medical is key.
So let's talk the future of manufacturing. What are you seeing as far as future trends in manufacturing?
We get a lot of our thoughts of technology from Citizen products. 12 to 15 years ago, we created the MD meeting, the machine development meeting. We have teams from Germany, Italy, UK, France, USA, working with our Japanese designers where we're reviewing what's next. But as far as the buzzword, there's still automation and how to automate these smaller parts. The most exciting thing about the future of manufacturing and what's going today is just the continued idea to complete the part. IMTS is the key to our sales representation. All of us in our industry, we rate it by your first. I won't forget it. We made a little trophy cup, 20 tools running, and then all the things we've been talking about. We bring to IMTS full running machines, running mostly stainless steel, sometimes brass for a little widget that's a pretty part, but that pretty part might have 27 tools coming into it. We always try to bring new parts, new technologies to this show. A lot of ingenuity goes into IMTS parts.
So, the world according to Brian Such is?
The world according to Brian Such and MCC is technology and training. We can have all the technology coming. If we don't understand how to use it, we need more training to utilize this technology. From customers to dealers to MCC itself, technology and training is our future.
And that's it for this episode of The World According to. Our thanks to Brian Such for inviting us here to Allendale, New Jersey. We look forward to seeing you on IMTS Plus as well as at IMTS 2024.